Long ago, Allah warned humanity about a terrifying people called Yajuj and Majuj. Their story appears in the Qur'an as one of the greatest mysteries of the end times.
In the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful.
Allah mentions them in Surah Al-Kahf during the story of a great ruler. This ruler was known as Dhul-Qarnayn, a powerful and just king. Allah gave Dhul-Qarnayn power, wisdom, and the ability to travel across the earth. During one journey, he reached a land between two giant mountains. There, he met a frightened group of people seeking his help. They told him about a dangerous tribe destroying their lands. These destructive tribes were called Yajuj and Majuj. The people begged Dhul-Qarnayn to protect them from this terrible threat. They even offered wealth if he would build a barrier. But Dhul-Qarnayn refused payment and chose to help them for Allah. Instead, he asked the people to help him build a powerful wall. First, he ordered huge blocks of iron to be brought. They filled the gap between the mountains with layers of iron. Then they lit massive fires to heat the metal. The iron began to glow like burning lava. Finally, molten copper was poured over the iron wall. The wall became incredibly strong and impossible to climb. Yajuj and Majuj could no longer cross the mountains. They could not break it, and they could not climb it. Dhul-Qarnayn said this wall was a mercy from Allah. But he warned that one day the wall would collapse. And when that day comes, Yajuj and Majuj will be released. Their release will be one of the major signs of the Day of Judgment. But the story of Yajuj and Majuj did not end with the wall. Hidden behind that barrier, the tribes of Yajuj and Majuj continued to exist. According to authentic narrations, they try to break the wall every day. They dig and dig until they almost see the light beyond it. But each night, the wall returns to its original strength. This continues for generations as the tribes keep trying again and again. But near the end of time, something will finally change. One day, they will stop digging and say a different phrase. They will say, "Tomorrow we will finish breaking it if Allah wills." And that night, the wall will remain exactly as they left it. The next day, Yajuj and Majuj will finally break through. They will pour down from every hill and mountain. The Quran describes them spreading rapidly across the earth. Nothing will be able to stop their numbers. Their arrival will bring chaos never seen before. Yajuj and Majuj will spread across the earth like a human flood. Their numbers will be so great that no army can stop them. They will consume everything they find on their path. Even the great rivers of the earth will not escape them. The first groups will drink from the water without stopping. When the last of them arrive, the water will already be gone. The people of Earth will hide wherever they can. During this time, Prophet Isa, peace be upon him, will be on Earth. Allah will guide him and the believers to safety. They will climb the mountain known as Tur. From there, they will watch the chaos below. The earth will seem completely overwhelmed. the believers will feel there is no escape. So Prophet Isa will raise his hands and pray to Allah. And Allah will answer their prayer in a miraculous way. Allah will send tiny creatures against Yajuj and Majuj. These creatures will strike them in their necks. Within a short time, the entire army will fall. The earth will suddenly become silent again. But the earth will now face another problem. After their sudden destruction, the earth will be filled with their bodies. The smell will spread across the earth. The believers will again pray to Allah for relief. Allah will send huge birds to remove the bodies. They will carry them far away where no one can see. Then Allah will send rain to clean the earth. The rain will wash the world until the land shines again. After this, the earth will enter a time of peace. The blessings of Allah will fill the world. Even a single fruit will feed many people. Milk from one animal will satisfy entire families. The earth will return to a time of harmony. But the story of Yajuj and Majuj remains a warning, a reminder of the power of Allah, and a sign of the approaching day of judgment. These events were described over 1400 years ago, yet their mystery still fascinates the world today. Many still wonder where the Great Wall exists, and when the final events will unfold. If you enjoy discovering forgotten stories, subscribe to support more journeys like this. The story of Yajuj and Majuj reminds humanity how fragile the world truly is. Civilizations rise and fall, but the words of Allah remain true. The Qur'an revealed these warnings over 14 centuries ago. Yet the mysteries of Yajuj and Majuj continue to puzzle the world. Some believe the barrier still exists somewhere on Earth, hidden between mountains waiting for the final moment. Only Allah knows when the final events will unfold. But every sign reminds believers to stay prepared, because the day of judgment will arrive when people least expect it. And when that day comes, every soul will stand before its Creator. The story of Yajuj and Majuj is not just history. It is a warning and a lesson for all of humanity. A reminder that the unseen world is full of secrets, and some mysteries will only be revealed at the end of time. Until then, the story continues to inspire wonder and remind us of the greatness of Allah. What do you think about the mystery of Yajuj and Majuj? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and continue exploring the forgotten stories of our world, because some stories are too powerful to be forgotten.